So this is Naphtali, and today I'm here to do a video on changes, and changes, that is the topic. It's a broad topic. I'm feeling that it's more to do with changes in the music industry, but for some reason I'm drawn to contracts for some reason, and people signing contracts. But the focus when it comes to contracts, it's more to say that those who have signed contracts and feel that they are tied, and this is obviously for those who feel that they may have been taken advantage of when it comes to signing their contract, and you feel that you can't get out of it. What was coming to me was that it's a physical contract that you've signed here in the physical world, and to get out of that physical contract, you need to do it energetically. And I wasn't too sure what that meant, because to me, it's still a contract, so you still made a commitment. But what it was saying to me was that when it comes to the contract, what you have to do is, because I've pulled 4 cards, and this is the final card that came out, the ideal course of action. And what was coming to me was that what you have to do is change your ideal course of action. What was coming to me was that when you sign this contract or this deal or whatever it is, that you had an ideal course of action in mind. You had an idea of where you wanted to go and where you wanted to be, and this contract seemed to fit that destination. And what you have to now do is change your ideal course of action, your plan for your life, your destination. And what that will then do is, once you start changing your mind, your thoughts, your wants and needs, your vibration changes, your energy changes, and therefore what you are vibrationally in line with changes as well. And it's not necessarily saying that the contract then becomes void, but it means that, I want to say, other experiences can be brought in, other manifestations can be brought in, and you can create freedom by changing your ideal course of action. I'm getting, basically, when we came from source, before we entered these physical bodies, we made agreements, maybe with other spiritual beings, other guides, maybe ascended masters, to do and fulfill certain roles and tasks. And again, that's basically what it's saying. You need to go back to source, and that is what will break you free from these physical ties, these physical contracts, by going back to source and kind of, I want to say, discovering your divine blueprint. Now, with the 4 cards that came out regarding change, we have a fresh approach, trusting your own understanding, laughter, and again, ideal course of action. So I'm getting that the way has been pointed out, and I'm getting the yellow brick road, but also all this colour. This is representing the yellow brick road, but it's all in colour, many different colours, sorry. And basically there's a coming together of concepts, beliefs, perspective, ideas, and they are coming into one. it's that, so with this, sorry, it's almost that you can see the river, sorry, the waterfall and nature and space, the cosmos, and the rainbow colour, all these different elements which represent all these different perspectives, ideas, belief systems, they're all coming into one, all coming into this divine being. And for some reason I feel like this being is representing Gaia, Mother Earth, and it's almost that all of us on this planet, we're obviously entering a space of a collective consciousness. And but in that collective consciousness is for you to still trust your own understanding of things, still have your own individual perspective, because your own individual perspective is something that is unique to you. It's still, we're being reminded that whilst we go into a place of unity, that you still are special and unique, and you're still an individual, to not feel that this pushing and strive towards oneness is a taking away of your individuality, because it's not. And then this laughter card, and with that what I was getting is that to kind of, it's more so speaking on sharing your perspective. Because in the sharing of your perspective, there is healing that can be taken from it, there is growth that can be taken from it, there is lessons that can be taken from your sharing of your perspective. Okay, so we're going to pull some tarot and see what comes out. First I'd like to pull a card for the laughter card, see if we can get any more information on that and regarding change. Okay, for some reason I'm getting the need to thank the animals. It's, for some reason I'm feeling that they have done an amazing job when it comes to staying within alignment with following the laws of nature, the flow of nature, following Gaia. It's that they helped push us and helped with the ascension of mankind and planet Earth. It's almost like they have been carrying us. Without their vibration, it feels like we would be further behind. We wouldn't be in a place where heart center consciousness is becoming more evident. So we have the Sun card for confirmation, confirming exactly what we were just saying when it comes to the animals kind of carrying us and pushing us towards this ascension, helping to really ground in the light codes that have been given to us. It's almost that when it comes to the direction, it's the animals that was pointing out the direction of where we are to go. It's almost that we are taking their lead and following their lead. For some reason, I'm being pulled towards celebrities, and again the music industry, and that it's very much so possible for you to change. It's very much possible for you to increase and raise your vibration regardless of what you've done in the past and regardless of what others may have held over you. You can still change and create change. and be a force of light. Knight of Pentacles, and for me this card is the card of realizing that the grass is greener on the other side, being able to see that the grass is greener on the other side, but it's also an element of peace, and that your peace is being watched by others. Again, going straight to the celebrities, you can most definitely cultivate peace, not only for yourself, but for the masses. You have a important divine role. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I just feel like at this time, many celebrities are kind of scared, and not just scared, but they are also wanting something new. They're tired, and it's almost like they want to come back in contact with the public in a more authentic way. So we have the Six of Wands and the Death card. So I'm definitely getting a completion of something, or a beginning to an end. Well, a beginning to an end, or an end to a beginning. But this is going back to this fresh approach and perspectives, beliefs, ideas. I even want to say religions coming into one. And that's what these two cards are also representing. A rebirth of perspective. But we're definitely going forward into this new way, this new reality, this new way of expressing and experiencing the world. There's always going to be change. And we need to stop trying to stay the same. It's like when we discover something good about ourselves, or we like who we are, we try and stay that same person without evolving. But without changing, there isn't any evolution, there isn't any growth if you're not changing. You're just staying the same. There isn't any progression, any development, and equally there isn't any kind of being able to make mistakes if you are trying to constantly stay the same individual. There's nothing for you to learn from if you are trying to stay the same. And again, mistakes lead to growth. So staying the same is only kind of, I want to say, negative. Because the whole purpose of you living and expressing and experiencing life itself in a physical body is to change. Even when you physically are trying to stay the same, your cells are changing regardless of if you're aware of it or not. So therefore, to keep yourself in alignment, you want to kind of be changing physically, mentally, and spiritually, and emotionally, all together. So we have the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Now what I'm getting is there is going to be a lot more exposing of what's lying within the hearts of people. A lot of truth's going to be spoken, and I feel like this is more to do with like the media. I mean, the way that we're going to see this truth is via the media, via social media, via the TV, via celebrities. But it's important to not be distracted. It's also important to question everything. But I'm seeing that there's going to be an expression of the things that are lying on people's hearts, especially when it comes to the injustices that many celebrities have underwent. And it's going to be very shocking, the amount of people, the amount of celebrities that are going to speak this truth. But it's going to happen regardless, and it's going to bring this peace. They are going to take the pentacle, which is at the heart, and place it for everybody to see. 555, just as I looked up. They're going to put it, they're going to present these things for the world to see. I'm getting that a lot of it is disgusting, but we was blind. This is what I'm getting, that we was blind to darkness. And right now, there is so much light in the world that the darkness is being exposed, that there isn't any way for the shadows to kind of hide. And as the light is coming in to earth and coming into us, people are naturally expressing what's on their heart, because they are beginning to receive light codes which are opening up their heart center, which is enabling them to live from heart center consciousness. And because they're living from heart center consciousness, they are expressing what's on the heart, matters of the heart. They are expressing truth. Okay, so I'm going to pull one final card from this tarot deck, and then I think I will pull 2 cards from the Starseed Oracle deck. So we have the Ace of Swords, so I'm getting, whenever I pull this kind of card, especially with a sword in the center like that, I get pulled to portals. But right now I'm getting dimensional shifts, high dimensional shifts. I'm getting rocks as well, so I don't know whether that means to be connecting with like crystals or elements of the earth itself. Or that the energy is more intense from the ground. Maybe I'm being shown people walking through the grass with their bare feet. But there are still decisions to come and still decisions to be made about the future of mankind. Collectively, there's a lot of work that we still need to do, but the changes right now are happening, and they are pushing us towards freedom and self-liberation and collective liberation. So we're just going to pull 2 cards from the Starseed Oracle, and I think we will leave it there for today. So we have You Are Not Alone, Isolation, Physical Connection, Community. And we have the cosmic heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So these two cards are basically confirmation for the reading and basically confirmation for the guidance that's come through. And again, it was 2020 just as I looked up. So when it's saying that you are not alone, isolation, physical connection, community, especially when it says community, and you are not alone, this is going back to the sharing of your perspective, the coming together of different perspectives, different religious beliefs, different just ideas about reality, thoughts and opinions, wants and needs. They're just coming into one. And again, with this one, where it's speaking about devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer, the cosmic heart. Again, going back to the living from the heart center and expressing matters of the heart. But for some reason, again, I'm getting a message for the celebrities in the music industry that you are not alone, that out of all the people on earth, you are some of the people that are the most supported, especially energetically, by your fans and your teams. And basically, you're being encouraged to follow your heart because you are supported by the light, basically. If you act from love, love will support you. So that's all for this read. I thank you for being present with me. I send you peace and love. Ashe.